I think patients need to, and family members need to remember that they should ask questions and that any physician should be happy to answer their questions. And I also encourage patients, after I give them a diagnosis and I may be sending them to another provider, they may think of questions between our conversation and the next conversation, and I encourage the patients and family members to write those questions down so they don't forget them and really be involved in their care. It's important to not assume that patients know certain things. I think you need to explain pros and cons of procedures thoroughly, and I feel like it's really important that patients know when there are options, that they understand there are options and they get to participate in the decision making. Although I think a lot of patients really look to the professional, and we should play that role and advise them what we think is best for their particular condition. We really have a multidisciplinary approach to a patient with cancer, and I think that's really critical to give the patient the best advice and to support them through whatever treatment they undergo. I do colon cancer screening, and that's an opportunity really to prevent a person from getting colon cancer. So when we find, a large polyp that we know if it had stayed in would turn into colon cancer, and I'm able to remove it, then I know that I've prevented that patient from getting colon cancer. And similarly, I treat patients with precancerous or early stage cancers in the esophagus. And traditionally, the treatment was surgical removal of the esophagus. And now we have many different options to offer them with endoscopic therapy that we can prevent them from getting cancer or even treat early stage cancers with endoscopic outpatient procedures and avoid major surgery. It's important for patients and families to understand that this is the only comprehensive cancer center in this area. And I think if you have a cancer diagnosis, it's really the best place to go because we provide such thorough and dedicated care to all cancer patients.